Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Anime Tree. Trying to do a retread of a video I made a few years ago. I don't know if anyone remembers it, but here it is. It's this is a budgeting video for conventions and other things. Um, like I've always said, I don't know anyone's life, so I'm trying to be more generic with this. But I just want to show how using Excel spreadsheets and really any spreadsheet program is really, I think, the best. Um, so I am showing you on the screen right now. This is what my Excel spreadsheet looks like to start off, and I'm going to make a budgeting app. As you can see, I put down the date, which I'll go down below. Obviously Crunchyroll, Anime Expo, Netflix, High Dive, Japan Savings, pre-order, and a total. I don't why do I have total on there twice? Uh, see, I mess up. Um, and then I just put the prices right over here for the different subscription services. Now I'm trying to say that somebody's going to budget right around here. I'm going to put it right here because there's nothing there. Go in there, $200 every week. That's your fun budget. I'm not saying that is, but this is a way to use the whole entire program to make your whole entire stuff. So like I say, Anime Expo, one of the great things that I want to show you guys here is this little arrow thing. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it between C and D. These arrows pointing both ways. When it's like this, it means that Anime Expo obviously is too big for this little screen. So you double click, and look at that. It automatically goes. All right, so I put on the 11th because this year obviously is Anime Expo. I believe it's like right around 4th of July, but you don't get paid when you're at the event. But let's just say you were at this event or you're planning to go next year's. So what I do is I put 7, 11. So that would be the 18th would be every, it was 7 days for a paycheck. Now, obviously, if you get paid every 2 weeks, obviously you go by 14 days. Once you figure out your pay, you can totally figure this out. Um, it was, and then I do a third one just to keep the system from going haywire because sometimes these spreadsheets like to have a mind of their own. So that would be the 20. Wow, my brain is not working right. Um, 2027. As you can see, I have all three dates, and I believe that's right. It was. Sorry. Can you tell I was watching YouTube on my phone? Just checking the dates here. I just don't want to lead you guys astray with this whole system. Um, and obviously, 27th. Why did I put the 11th? Huh. Man, I am completely off. Um, yeah. So let's say, because Friday, I always do Fridays for this kind of thing. You might get paid earlier. So the 9th on 27th. This would be the 16th. And this is why you guys always double check when you're doing something. um, and the 23rd. Now, as you can see, it's all set up like this. I always do just three just to show it. Now I'm highlighting it, and you see these little boxes. There's a green box on the right hand side. So what you do is you can actually drag down, and it automatically does this for everyone. So I'm going to go until I see 2028 and the 7. So I'm gonna stop at 6:30. So I could go another one, but I'm not going to just because it is. And as you can see, there's little hashtags on here. Um, so yeah, again, I do that little like the 2 line thing like I did with the Anime Expo. Boom! Look at that, it's all set up. And this is probably one of my favorite things to do like this because of how it is. So this is pretty set up. This is this is where it gets fun. Um, Now over here in the total aspect, you go over here to the auto sum feature. This little like it looks like a Z. It'll show up sum and the two hyphen marks. You go all the way from Crunchyroll to pre-order. Press enter. You see it goes zero. That zero means that it's counting all. It was B3, B4, or C3, D3, E3, F3, G3, and it's adding up to $0. If I were to put Netflix and put say for the 25 right there, it's gonna automatically add that. Anime Expo, $30. There it is, right there. So I can figure out when my items are going to. So again, do the auto sum. I think I told you. Well, I did tell you. I do these for three. Like I said before, it's super duper simple. It will, and if you do more, you can go down the lines and add them all up. I don't on this one because it's like I said I'm just budgeting for this whole week. So go all the way down to the very bottom. 54. That's all there. Now I do like to skip one just to make sure. I put bank. You don't have to put bank. You can put anything. It's just a way to let it know to save or whatever you're saving. Next, you do something very similar. So let me. Oh no. Ah, great. I did not save it, but whatever. So I'll wing it a bit here. So, like I said, bank's just what you already have saved up. You can figure this out and you can delete everything. Uh, Over here, I like to do it was need saved, and then it was I normally leave that blank, but it's normally a subtraction for this. So then I go down here. Now, as you can see, I was talking about Anime Expo. It was, let's see down here. So I normally put it over here just so I have a little bit of extra space. I'm going to put hotel room. And that would be for a 4 day, $1,500. Obviously, that changes from year to year, but tickets to the event, 115. And obviously, these are obviously estimations. I'm not going to sit there and tell you this is going to be the case 100% of the time. That's up to you. I put $200 for that 4 days being there. Plane ticket for something like this would be $400. And then taxi, if you're going to be in LA, it's going to be expensive. $200 for the weekend. There's public transit, there's all sorts of stuff. And then fun. This is your like budget for when you're at the convention and having some fun. Alright. So again, up here, auto sum. It calculates. That'll be $4,415 you need. So normally I go up to here. So actually, let me add one here. Insert. Just to give it a little extra room. I try to give it, you know what I mean, just so you're out of the way here. You can do the auto sum and have this over here. Well, not here, here. But I like to do this just to keep it from going haywire because these systems will go haywire. In this area, B59 or C59, man, I am off today. I go to auto sum, and this is what I'm doing is right now is trying to get this whole system summed up. So instead of doing that, I go all the way from bank all the way upwards. And why am I doing this? Well, that is for the savings aspect. So if I put $30 right here on February the 25th, it's going to tell me $30 that I have saved up. Now for the final part where I do the subtraction, the little empty spot, I'm doing subtraction. So auto sum, I auto sum that full $4,415. I subtract the saved amount so far that I have, and it'll actually tell me how much I have left. So I can go through this and say, hey, I already saved $30 on this day. Saved $30 on this day. And as you guys can probably see on this screen, it goes down as you're budgeting. This is a great way to keep track. That way you know what you're saving for. And why did I do this? Zero there, like I said. So country roll $10. I know it's always going to happen on the 9th, so I do before week before. So if it happens on the 9th, I know to have the money in there a few days before. But since I don't have above, I'm going to do the same thing here. Look for the 10. It was since the 9th, and that's the 10th, so the 3rd. Look again for the 9th. Up, look again. I know this is so boring. I am so sorry, you guys. I wish I could make this more entertaining, but it's a great thing, like I said. And it's just a way to save, and boring is unfortunately part of saving, budget, and all sorts of stuff. So let's say I save $30 every week towards this trip to Anime Expo. I can move it all the way down here. And no, I have still $2,800 to go. And I can move this around. Netflix, let's just say on the 16th, I do 25. And as you can see on the total side, that total increases. 2. High dive, if I wanted to have high dive 2. And I can keep track with that 20. Some people put it was 200 here. What I do, keep this part empty, the eyes, I'm keeping that empty because when you get your pay stub. Now I don't have to worry about that anymore thanks to my bank, but it was back when I was budgeting. It'd be awesome for 2 days before I got paid. I'd go, oh, I'm getting 200, so I know I have $150 here to spend. I have everything already pretty much saved up, so I can take that 180, boom, it's at 200. And it was when it's in your bank account, you can kind of put it down here. Say, oh, I already have $20 saved up, and you can basically keep on budgeting. Keeps on keeping track of everything, and it keeps it all clean and tidy. Make sure it's all good to go. And I do this all the time for even with that. Like I said, I do this for the Japan trip. And as you can see, this is sheet 1. But I can go. It was oh, of course I did that because I have another one open. So let me see here. Make a copy. Move our copy. Sheet 1. Create a copy. So this is sheet 2. So like I said, you could see on sheet 2, it has the 30th. So I could take that all the way up at the tippy top, replace everything, and as you can see, it kind of already replaces everything for it. I like to take these over here, move it right here, and let's see here. There you go. It's all set up for the following year. And trying to save up. It's a great way to keep track of your money, make sure you're doing good. Another thing that I love to do is make a list of different things. So make this other list. When I go to an anime convention, especially, I like to look up the price of, I don't know, a Naruto figure. If I know it's going to be, Naruto figure Rasen, and just to say like, oh look, it's Naruto doing the Rasengan. and I know that this thing is online, I will look up on Amazon and say, hey, this thing's selling for $30. Obviously not with tax. And then I make a list of all the different things that I really, really want, and then kind of label them. And sometimes I move them around and say, like, hey, I figured this out, and I normally print off this list, bring it with me, which I don't use Excel. A lot of times I use Word. But you can use this and print it off and say, like, hey, you see that figure at the convention? And it's a great way to say, hey, that dealer's room has that thing for $25. Guess what? I'm saving $5. Is this one of the things I absolutely need? No. Well, then I don't need it. Or, hey, look, that was a great deal. So I am definitely going to grab that. So I always try to teach everybody that auto sum feature is great. As you tell, this video is pretty short, but it's already setting up, and you can add other things to it even. I go in between, insert, right there, it inserts that. I can go, hey, I now have rent, and that's $1,000 a month. I can, and it was 250 right there. 250, 250. You know what I mean? So you're having 1,000. It automatically adds it for you. It's super simple for budgeting. I know there's a few apps out there that it was do the exact same thing as this. You don't need this anymore, but I don't like using those apps. Those apps I feel are a little too easy, and it kind of makes you not pay attention as much. If it works for you, that's great. But I think this is a perfect way you can kind of move this stuff around and realize, hey, I need to save money, and where can I go? Or it's like even like, hey, this is a great thing. I also use this for Amazon Prime, by the way. I told you guys about this one where I do the Rasan Shuriken about a month before Amazon Prime Day. It was go on my list, write out lamp, and see that it's $29.99, and I will go, all right, that lamp is $29.99, and so when Prime Day comes around, because I've seen it happen before, where say, oh no, it went up to 40, and now it's $39.99. It's or not 39, 35. It's on sale. It's like, no, it's not. I just saw it at $29.99. So yeah, like, favorite, subscribe. Tell me how I did. Do you guys use this feature and how it saves you money? Do you use another feature? Let me know down below. See you guys next time.